Oh, hey there. What's poppin', pals? My name is John Barker. I'm the award-winning pitmaster here at Beach Bum Barbecue and the executive chef at Skull and Mortar. Today, it's that time of year. You know, we're getting festive, we're putting up Christmas lights, we're feeling jolly. It's also that time of year where McDonald's pulls this McRib right out of hibernation where it should have stayed, and people gorge themselves on processed meats. Some people get super stoked for this McRib. I'm not 100% sure why. Today, we're gonna see if we can turn a McRib into burnt ends. I'm gonna put on my galoshes and get my umbrella because I know the rain of hate is about to come down on me. So I have 3 of these not so tasty morsels. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not really excited about this at all because I'm not a fan of the McRib, but you requested it, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna have to go ahead and break open a taste of one of these guys because, like I said, it has been a long time and not long enough to be honest with you. See here, we got the sesame seed bun, and we have what appears to be somebody's vomited up ribs. Oh, God, I'm not hyped on this at all. All right, I'm just gonna count to 3 and go for it, dude. All right, I really don't like the McRib. It kind of makes me feel sick. All right, 1, 2, 3. It's terrible. So it's obviously just ground rib meat with a bunch of subpar barbecue sauce on it, onions and pickles. I'll try this one more time. All right, well, I've had enough of that. So there's a couple of problems here with this, first and foremost. One, the meat doesn't taste seasoned at all. It literally just tastes like a processed patty with crappy barbecue sauce on it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and wipe some of this barbecue sauce off here. I'm gonna re-season this. Then I'm gonna try and get it into burnt end hunks. I'm not really holding out that this is gonna turn out too well, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna give it our best effort and see if we can't make this thing edible. All this garbage. What's funny is there's no bones in here, but they put fake bones in the rib meat. I've never been so disappointed in myself as I am right now. I'm gonna try and get rid of some of this McDonald's barbecue sauce because it is not good. I feel like McDonald's barbecue sauce is basically like barbecue ketchup. Now we're just gonna kind of pat it dry because obviously we don't want chunks of paper on these things. I mean, I'm not sure how a chunk of paper would make it taste any worse than it already does. All right, so we've tried to wipe off as much of the sauce as we can. And now we're gonna come back and season it with a healthy dose of that Skull and Mortar barbecue rub, which might be available on the website by the time you see this video. We're not gonna go too over the top because there is still some of the sauce left and it's a thin piece of meat. Well, it is mostly flavorless, so I'm not really sure how adding more flavor to it could hurt it. My initial concern is that these are going to be too thin. There's not a lot of room to work with as far as this meat kind of constricting in on itself. So I think that I'm actually going to kind of cut these in large chunks like this. And I might stack those on top of each other and hold them together with a couple toothpicks. That'll give us at least some sort of body to work with. These don't have to be perfectly sized pieces. It's a burnt end. It is what it is. Let's go ahead, skewer these together. All right, so I don't want to waste a foil pan on these, so I guess I'm going to put this cast iron to use here. I'm kind of hoping that this meat melts together, to be honest with you. All right, so we need to add moisture to this because we really need to get these things to absorb. Hopefully they'll expand. And I don't have any sugar drinks because I'm super diabetic and I'm trying not to be, but I do have this diet root beer. So I think that the flavor of the root beer is gonna be a nice complement. Root beer works great with barbecue sauces and glazes. So we're gonna crack that bad boy open, pour it into a bowl. A little bit of it, not all of it. Some of it I'm gonna drink. Now, we don't want it to taste like root beer though. We want a little hint of root beer. So now, I'm gonna pop out my Beach Bum barbecue sauce, which you can order in the link below. It is shipping now. It's really good. I know because I made it, obviously. It's really good. Oh, each bottle is handmade by me. So if you get this bottle, I made this sauce. There we go, cork top. And we're gonna pour a little bit of this actually in with the root beer. So hit that with some of that Skull and Mortar Beach Bum barbecue sauce blend. Put a couple tablespoons in there, maybe 2, 3, something like that. Now you're gonna wanna whisk that together because of course that barbecue sauce is gonna sit down at the bottom. And we're just gonna put it down in here. I'm gonna come back with our Beach Bum barbecue sauce again, and we're gonna just kind of boom, dollop it on this. We wanna get all of our flavors on here. Just gonna kind of make sure that that's spread around a little bit. You don't necessarily have to do this step. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do any of this step. In fact, I'd probably recommend against ever trying to do this at this point, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. All right guys, I'm not completely happy with how this looks going in. It obviously doesn't even look remotely close to a burn in, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one more dollop of seasoning. It doesn't look like it's over seasoned to me, but I really want some level of crust to form here, some level of bark, if you will. So we're gonna hit that one more time. That sauce should hold it in there pretty well. Now we're gonna grab some foil here and we are gonna tight wrap this foil around our cast iron pan. Try not to let the toothpicks poke through the foil. You wanna try and keep as much steam and moisture in as possible. Put these on the smoker now at about 300 degrees. I don't really know how long this is gonna take. I did leave a little bit of a gap. Here because I want some smoke to be able to get in. I don't know if this is gonna work. This might be a dumbass idea, but I'd like some smoke to get in there while holding as much moisture as possible so we can really just tenderize this because it really just tastes like rib gristle. So these are gonna go onto the smoker. We'll check back here in a few and see. Well, these things look absolutely disgusting, if I'm being honest with you. But we do have another trick up our sleeve. We're going to throw these bad boys back onto the smoker directly on the rack and kind of let the outside of these firm up a little bit. All right guys, so toothpicking them together was pointless. It didn't really do anything. I don't know, it didn't seem to do anything, so I would suggest not doing that moving forward. We've hit these with some Beach Bum barbecue sauce, and now is the moment of truth. I'll tell you this going in, they look better. You can see there's some bark going on here. You can see where the smoke's gotten into them. So we should have a better flavor going in. I guess now is the moment of truth. We're gonna find out, can we make the McRib turn into burn ends? Well, if I'm being honest, it's better. Do I still want to eat it? Probably not. But I would, if this wasn't the option I was given. Let's try a bottom piece, man. It's not bad. It could be worse. I mean, it is worse, before you do it like this. You know who we need? We need to call Fred in here. They really are fake bones. I don't know why.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but there's no bone. It's just meat with the bone pressed into it.
What's that mean?
Do you know what the McRib is?
No.
Well, it usually sucks really bad, but kind of want to see what you feel about this. Go ahead, have a bite.
Well, since it has your sauce, it's very good. Not too bad.
It's not really that bad, is it? McDonald's. I do consulting work. Holler at your boy. Well, I mean, this could be like a weird holiday appetizer. You could go buy some. You could freeze them up. I'm really pretty pleasantly surprised. I really thought this was going to be trash, but it's not bad. That being said, if you like this video, if you learned something, if you're going to talk crap because I've made burnt ends out of a McRib, make sure you do so in the comments below. And make sure to hit that like button, that dislike button. It works the same to me. Subscribe for more videos. We'll be back next week with a brand new recipe. Try a piece, Nick. It's really not bad, is it? The more I eat, the more I like it. The more I eat, the more I like. Eat a piece.